Hello, everybody. Welcome back to CCSN Snacktime. Benjamin Parris, Matt Weiss, joined today by Abby Wrede from girls basketball. Abby, how are you?
I'm awesome. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. What you been up to at home and with basketball?
Um, well, there isn't really a lot that we can do without gyms and stuff, but we can still work on like ball handling and that sort of thing. And like I work out with my sister pretty much every day, just trying to stay in shape for hopefully if we have a club season with club basketball, hopefully I'll be in shape for that. But that might get canceled, but just trying to stay positive as far as that goes. So just I'm still doing things, but it's a little bit different when you can't actually go play basketball. So
And I think that anybody that follows a girls basketball player in the state of Colorado has seen these dribbling challenges. And I guess this challenge number 5 just came out. It included a shot as well. So tell us a little bit about that because that's been it's been fun to watch.
so basically for my club team, so I'm playing for Colorado Basketball Club this summer, hopefully. So I'm on their top 17 U team, Under Armour. So we're on the Under Armour circuit, and we're one of those sponsored teams. And so my coach has all of us in in like the whole program doing those challenges. So she'll send us the video of which one she wants us to do in order, and then she gives us a due date for when we have to have it done and posted. And we like do our times and all of that. And it's just like a little bit of fun competition, and it's mostly just that we can all get out there and like keep working on our ball handling, even though we can't really go to a gym and we can't practice. So that's just basically why we do it. And it's actually been really fun getting to go do like a little bit of basketball again. So yeah, so I think there's about 8 challenges. So this
Very
is
good.
yes, this week is challenge 6.
And have you beat your coach in all of them? I noticed in 2 of them, I for sure saw that you did.
Yeah. Well, so that trainer, I'm not really sure who that is. It's just I think he's like, I mean, he's not my trainer. I don't really know who he is, but I think I have. Yeah. So it's actually just really fun because it's like good and like I'm really competitive, so I'm just keep trying to do it. So it works out in both ways. So it's just really nice getting to dribble basketball again.
Nice. So we'll talk about the last 2 months or so, starting back in March. We'll start on not such a serious note first. What did you do with your hair before the playoffs?
Well, so Jana, Charlie, and I all went over to Charlie's house, and they were gonna do like a little strand of their hair pink, and they've both done it before. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they both did it before. I think over the summer, and I'd never done anything like that, and so they already had like when I got there, they were all like picking out like little strands that they wanted to do pink, and I was like, if I'm gonna dye a little bit of my hair pink, like I want it to be noticeable. So I just grabbed like a chunk of my hair like from the side, and I was like, I'm just gonna do this part, and they were kind of looking at me like I was insane, and I was like, no, like it's fine, I don't really care. So I did a whole chunk of the side of my head pink. And all like my mom thought I was insane also. So we just did that for playoffs, and I was like, you know what, I like it. So it gave I don't know. I think it was just really fun, and it was just like something to get us geared up for playoffs and get us excited. So yeah, that's just sort of what we did with that, and I don't regret it at all. It's still sort of in my hair. I don't really see it coming out anytime soon, but so we'll see if we can keep it for next year.
And then following that, you guys went on to the Coliseum. I know we talk a lot during the playoffs, but and at first they said that no fans were going to come, and I know you're upset about your sister who had just come home to see the games.
Yeah.
And then they did let in the 4 people. So what was that first night like where you didn't really know who was coming or not?
Well, that was a really those few days were just super emotional for all of us because not really much had really been canceled yet. Like everything was just sort of like everything was still kind of going. Like we were still in school. Spring sports hadn't been canceled yet. Nothing like that. So when we heard about there not being any fans, I think we were all just sort of like appalled because that is like the big appeal of the Coliseum is getting to play in front of all these fans from all these different schools, boys and girls, and like having your student section and all of this. And most importantly for me, was that knowing that like my family and my sister would be there to see all of like the hard work that we've done put together because they've been to every single one of my games since freshman year, and just getting like it's really important for me that they get to see those last few games because like those are really important. And it was really emotional thinking that we would get to go on to the state championship and they wouldn't get to see it. So that was really emotional. But then once they said that we would get 4 tickets, I was just like, I was so relieved because I knew that at least like my family would get to be there and see me win.
So you're on to the state championship, and then actually right after the semifinal, let's say a few hours later, they canceled the game. First thing I want to ask, and Jana said somewhere that the score would have been 100-0, but how do you guys think you would have sized up against Grandview for the third time this season?
Well, I bet Jenna did think it would be 100-0. I don't know if it would have been 100-0, but I think coming off of a win against them, I definitely think that we would have won that game. And I will definitely stand by that no matter who asks me. I definitely think that we would have won that game. And especially because after the first time that we lost, we went and we worked for 3 weeks straight. And we worked on every single thing that we saw in film that we did wrong, and we worked on that for 3 weeks straight. And then we came in and we beat them by 11 or 12. And just like knowing that just shows that, hey, like we were better the entire time. We just didn't play better the first game. So I definitely think that we would have won that game, which
then,
makes it a little bit more frustrating.
Last year at the Coliseum, you had your fair share of struggles, especially in the championship game, but you had it going on. So you had some momentum. A lot of people thought that championship game could have been huge for you. And then it all kind of just stopped. So what happened that was a Thursday night.
For last year?
No, so this year on Thursday night when it was canceled.
Oh, well, so it was, we all played really well during that Highlands Ranch game. I thought, the scoring was all kind of spread out. And we were all just super excited because I think ever since the season even started, I think, deep down, we all knew that we were going to make it back to that championship game. And I feel like we all kind of had a feeling it would be against Grandview. So, when we got there, I think, we were all just yes, we got to where we wanted to be. But I think we were so unfinished that that right when we heard that it was going to be canceled, I think we all just sort of broke down because everything was so unfinished because we were just waiting. We've been waiting for that game for 6 months. So I think emotions were just sort of running high. And even though we all did play really well in that game on Thursday night, it's not how any of us wanted to end it.
And then after that for you, I know you had some family things go on. What exactly went on? I know it had to do with your dad.
So basically after those games and all that stuff, we went home and school got canceled. So I had to go with my family. I had to go with just my sister to Washington, where her college is, to get all of her college stuff and pack up her dorm and drive her car home. So we went on a road trip from Washington all the way back to Denver. And when we got home, it's a day before we got home, I believe, my mom called us and she said that my dad was in the hospital and that so he had been feeling sick, I think, for a couple of days, but I think only a couple of days, and then it started to get dramatically worse. So my mom wanted to take him in, and he stayed in the hospital for a few days, and it was really, really scary. But they tested him for coronavirus, and so they knew that he already had pneumonia. They saw that at the hospital. So he had pneumonia when he first went into the hospital. And when he came home, he stayed in his bedroom for 2 weeks, I believe, just sat up there, didn't leave. And then we got the test back that he had tested positive for coronavirus, and that's what gave him pneumonia. So it was just it's really hard to see a family member go through something like that because it was so touch and go for a while, just because we had no idea what this virus really was. It was still super new to everyone, and no one really knew if it was just a small thing or if it could be super deadly, and we just didn't really know. So I think that was kind of the scary part of it. But and just also having to see a family member go through something like that just sort of changes your perspective on everything. When things get canceled or when people aren't allowed to go places, it sort of changes your perspective from mad to okay, I get it, because I don't want to see anyone else go through it.
Yeah.
So what do you think your big message is to everyone just about it and staying home?
I think I know it's so hard. It's frustrating. It's hard to stay at your house. It's hard not to be around your friends and your family friends and your neighbors or whatever, but I think that it's easier if you know what the consequences could be. It's easier, I know for me to stay home just because I know like I've seen what it can do to a family. I've seen what it can do to a loved one. And I would never want to see anyone go through that. And I think that people sort of miss that angle of it, like when we're talking about it, because a lot of people only really focus on like the stuff that's gotten canceled for them, or like school or sports or anything like that, instead of focusing on, hey, like these people are dying, or like this person like could have died, this person's almost dead, like just stuff like that. So I think your perspective definitely changes on that. So I think it's really important to me that as long as like the stay-at-home order is in place, that people don't go out and do things with their friends, and people do stay at home, because I mean, older people or people who are more susceptible, like they have to get it from someone, and it's usually going to be from younger people who are going out and doing things with their friends. And it's frustrating to see that, because that's how my dad got it. And it's really hard to see that people are still going out and stuff. But I think once people are directly affected, they'll stop, but I don't want to see anyone directly affected. So I just hope that people will take it seriously and stay home, because it's not anything that anyone wants to deal with.
Yeah, we appreciate you for sharing all that, Weiss. I'll give it to you to ease up the mood a little bit.
Well, first and foremost, yeah, thanks for sharing that. And your dad, he's feeling back to himself and everything's good?
Yeah, he went to the doctors and they were saying he's about like 90% back as far as like the lung, like his lungs go and his breathing and all of that. That's hard to get back to like 100%, but he's not contagious or really feeling sick anymore. It's just he can't really do like a lot of like activities and stuff like that, because his lungs are still trying to work themselves back to a full recovery. But besides that, he's doing really well, which is awesome.
Here, yeah, I know your dad is obviously one of your biggest fans.
Yeah.
He's been a fixture in the Creek stands for several years now, including obviously with your sister's time there as well. So maybe this summer, hopefully you'll get the club experience and he'll have his lungs back so he can make sure he's cheering loud for you.
Yeah, hopefully. Yes, I'm really hoping that we get to do that, because I've been playing club basketball since 4th grade, and he's been to all of my games and my tournaments out of state and in state, and even all of my practices. So I just want to be able to see this through, I guess, of my last season, and hopefully he and my mom and my sister can all watch me do my last season.
Yeah, it's fun. You got to play your freshman year with your sister, right?
Yes, sort of.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time on the bench, but
Oh yeah, you were a freshman, but so what's that competition like between you and your sister, especially now that she's home? I know she's at the next level, but you're really coming into you got different games a little bit, but similar.
Well, I think I'm like 2 inches taller than her now.
Oh, wow.
And Emma's really good. I mean, she plays in college and she's a lot stronger than me, but I would have to say that I'm a lot better than her. So and I also like to tease her. That I won a state championship and she didn't.
Well, that's for sure. You always will have that over her, and you were probably about to get 2 of them, and you have another chance to get a third. So, what do you? I mean, have you started to shift your focus a little bit? Obviously, you had a special senior class, but there's so many talented girls on your team.
For sure.
You are one of obviously you already were one of the leaders, but now you're one of the clear leaders of this team. Have you already started to shift your focus and think about that, looking forward to next year, because you're still defending still champs?
I mean, I've been doing what I can alone, like to better myself, like working out, trying to get stronger, and I'm going to work like all summer to try and get stronger and better. And I know that everyone will be doing that like on their own and stuff too. So I'm just trying to do that for my team, like individually, just do what I can. But I also know that it's going to be a huge shift. It's going to be really, really different. But I have no doubt that we're going to be a great team next year still. So we have like a bunch of girls who will get more playing time and who are really good basketball players. And I think that we're going to have a great team either way. So I'm really excited about that. It'll be super different. It'll be a different kind of basketball. Like I'll have a way different role on the team. I think like me and Casey will be like the main leaders of that team. And we're just going to get to see how it is. And I think it's going to be really fun to kind of shake things up a bit and see like where we can get with this particular team. So I'm really excited for it.
As a shooter, I have a young shooter sitting next to me here. What's your favorite drill or any advice when you're just shooting by yourself?
Usually, again, like my dad will come with me to the gym and stuff, and I like to challenge myself to make a certain amount of threes at each spot before I can leave the gym. And that's just like a really good way to basically like get yourself better and get more reps and stuff in, and also have like a little bit of a competition with yourself because it helps you focus in more on all your shots. Also, my dad loves to videotape me shooting, so I can see, so he can point out what I'm like what I should work on. So because he always says that videotaping, that video doesn't lie, so I can't deny it if I'm doing something wrong. So
Right.
he loves to do that, and I just like doing sort of drills like that around the arc. And also whenever I can, I love getting in on the. Oh, what was that?
And having him rebound for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does get my rebounds for me, and whenever I can, I like to do the shooting machines at Creek. So those are just like the best ones that I can do, and just doing stuff off the dribble also. So that because it's a lot harder, and it takes a lot more practice. So
all great stuff, and we are huge fans of your crossover step back in this house.
Thank you.
He's a James Harden. We like the look of a lefty shot. There's just something prettier about it.
Thank you. Yes, well, you guys captured all those, so thank you for that.
Abby, what are you doing at home to stay entertained? Any Netflix or anything?
Yes, I really, whenever the UV index gets above, like it's at like 6 or so, I like to go out and tan in my driveway. Or just like go on like a walk or like a run or something and try and get some sun in. I also I got my mom and my mom and I and my sister like to watch Vampire Diaries a lot, or Grey's Anatomy. So I've seen all of them, but I like to rewatch it. So we pretty much just do either watch TV or work out pretty much for the whole day. So that's pretty much what I like to do. And my sister and I, we try to find like other good activities and stuff to do. Like we went to Dutch Bros today, just little errands like that every day. So
yeah.
Where does TikTok play into that?
Well, we definitely do make a lot of TikToks. I'm not gonna lie. That's definitely, I don't know, it's kind of unavoidable at this point. I think everyone does it, and I think that they're lying if they say that they don't. So especially girls in my grade. So we definitely do that. It's just fun, and it's just something that we can do without that doesn't include just sitting in our beds. So yeah, we do a lot of that. And then I do all my online homework. So
Student athletes, we love to hear
yes,
it. Weiss, I'll start with you. What's for snack?
Today I have some cantaloupe, which I've worked my way through, but I used to play sports with a guy, and his dad wanted to eat his cantaloupe. He ended up in the pros, so kind of set a good example here for this guy. Max, what do you got? You going with the lollipops again today? Keeping them healthy in this house?
Yeah.
It's an after recess snack for Max. Abby, what's the Dutch Bros order?
Well, sometimes I'll do like a blue raspberry rebel, but oh my gosh, that can keep me up like all night. So today I just went with a mango smoothie. It's supposed to be my breakfast, but I had it at 12:30 because I usually wake up around noon. So I pretty much have a brunch every day. So we went with the mango smoothie today.
I have some rice. It's my sister's birthday, so we had Chinese food for lunch because she really likes that. So I have some leftover rice today.
Happy birthday, Molly Parris.
There you go. Shout out Molly Parris. Big fan of the show, I hear. So Abby, just how excited are you for next year?
Oh, I'm really, really excited. Of course, I'm going to miss Jenna and Carly and Callie as people and as players so much. I think they all have a really, really special place in my heart, and they were amazing players, all of them. So I'm definitely going to miss them for sure. But I'm really excited to have like a new team dynamic, see how we can all grow together. Like we'll still have coach, and just see how like Casey and I can try and like lead this new team. And I think it's going to be really, really fun. It's going to be a great experience for all of us, I think, because it's just going to be like a bunch of new people. And I'm just really excited to see how we can all play together and see how far that we can go together. So.
And then, my last question, is there any team trips to go visit the 3 seniors that are graduating?
Oh, well, I will definitely be doing that. Callie's in Colorado State, so that's not too far. I'm sure we will all make the trip to go see her play a few games this year, so that's definitely on the list. And Carly's at Fort Hays, so I'm definitely going to want to go see her. I've known Carly since I was, like 4th grade maybe, and she's like a sister to me, so I'm definitely going to miss her so much. And I would never mind going to California to see Jana at Stanford. So I think we're all just really like excited for their next chapters. Like, it's definitely hard to see them go, but they're all going to go do such great things that it's okay.
All right, Weiss, I'll have you wrap us up.
Yeah, well, a few things. I mean, first, you're part of an incredibly talented junior class that is now on the verge of being our senior class. There's a lot of success across all sports, obviously, and you're at the top of that list. I mean, with the exception of how sad I am that the seniors didn't get to play this spring, a silver lining is just how exciting it is to have this much talent and in your class. But then you guys are all just such fun, wonderful people, and you all seem so close. Do you feel that sense of community with your class?
Sure.
Yeah.
I there's just so many instances, like we all go to each other's games a lot. I mean, even like if we don't have to, or like not even being asked, like we just want to go and we want to support them. Like, I know we've all been to so many football games and volleyball games, and I know that we all would have gone to like a bunch of lacrosse games, of course, and just like stuff like that. And of course, a bunch of us stayed for all of the boys basketball games. They played right after us. And there's just like, I have so many friends from each of the teams that I've been with for about 3 years now. And it's really nice, like getting to grow with them too. Even if we don't play the same sport, it's really fun getting to grow with them because they know, so they'll come and support us and we'll come and support them. And it's like an awesome sense of community because it's just so nice to have people that are supporting you and everything that you do. So it's just really nice like having those people around me, and I'm really excited to have another year with them as seniors.
We're so excited. I mean, as an adult and a community member, and obviously here at Cherry Creek Sports Network, but psyched that you get to carry the torch. You're always so positive, and seeing you in the halls, you always seem to brighten anybody's day you're walking by. You have just a great little strut in your step, which is awesome. And looking forward to seeing how you carry on that tradition that's become pretty exceptional here for Creek women's basketball, leading the charge. And, I'm thankful I got a young daughter that hopefully will be at the age next year where she can start to remember court, so looking forward to
yeah. I mean, I'm just really excited because I think all of the people that have been with Creek for the last couple of years and who are still here, and these last 6 classes have just transformed Creek basketball in one way or another. And it's just really awesome to be a part of something so special, and knowing that we made history together, and that's never going to change. No one's ever take that away from us. So I think it just gives us all such a strong bond of family. And I'm really grateful that I even got to experience that because so many people don't.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I'd like to have a 3-point competition against you next year, maybe for lunch.
Of course. Of course.
Okay,
We'll put that live on CCSN. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today on Snack Time. It was great having Abby Wrede join us. And, back-to-back Abby's if you saw the last episode with Abby Malloy. So thanks, everyone, for watching Snack Time, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.